This is for entertainment purposes only. Is Kamala Harris going to win the state of Pennsylvania in the 2024 presidential election? There's a unity of three groups that she's banking on. Here's failure, the fine line between power and collapse, vitality, apathy, the punishment for poor decisions, lack of interest. This is racial, bloodlines. These are sudden shifts in strategy from an opponent, something that was unexpected. This is the destruction of three. This is the end. See, the end of the three groups that she believes are gonna move her ahead. This is a very aggressive individual, a leader. Punishment for an error. And if she loses, it's because apathy. There's a lack of interest from people from racial lines or her bloodline. Here is vitality, failure. She didn't expect a strategic move from this person. Lack of interest from racial groups. Failure. It's not looking good for her to win Pennsylvania. Is Donald J. Trump going to win the state of Pennsylvania in the U.S. presidential election? There's a woman standing in his way, obstructing his path, but there's also actions taken in secret, conspiracies, and clandestine operations going on. There's a cover-up of a crime. There's an injustice going on here. A disbalance, a corruption of a system. This involves government buildings and lawmakers. The unequal distribution of resources and leaving it up to chance or luck, like a lottery. This is a complex situation here next to injustice and corruption. So what this tells me is that votes will be random. It's going to be disappointment. His backing is more from churches or religious groups. There might be a disappointment there. Here, it's a short-term victory, or it could be power and authority and success. This is somebody that's going to be resilient and that's going to be fighting. But at the same time, there's going to be a postponement of an event. The situation in Pennsylvania is going to take a long time. Here's a woman, dark woman, that is untrustworthy, unreliable. So we have both here. Injustice of the legal system, government buildings, the distribution of resources, and these resources have to do with votes, disappointment, an event is going to be delayed, injustice, mistrust, has to do with a dark woman and a woman obstructing his way. So this is not going to be clarified soon. But yes, there is an injustice here, an unequal distribution of resources. This worries me here, because this leaves it all up to chance and luck. It doesn't leave it up to the voters, it leaves it up to chance and luck. And we have here an injustice. There's a distribution here. It's a distribution of resources that all leaves it up to like a lottery. Instead of being votes, it's like a lottery. So anything's gonna happen here, but being next to injustice and corruption and postponement. An event is gonna be postponed. Injustice and the distribution of resources, disappointment, church groups, an atmosphere of anxiety. There's gonna be a lot of anxiety here, injustice. There's a woman here standing in his way, but this also signifies a crime that's being committed that is gonna be covered up and actions being taken. These are actions that are gonna be taken to cover up a crime. Here's short-term gains, a crime being covered up, actions taken in the dark. You have here corruption, lawmakers, government buildings, mistrust, unequal distribution, crime being covered up, clandestine actions being taken. Is that votes are going to be distributed randomly and are going to be covered up to postpone a result or an event. Short-term gain, power. I think there's a lot of conspiracies here, and they might be true. I hate to admit it, but many of these conspiracies might be true. It's not me talking, it's the spirits and the gods are telling me this, and people can decide for themselves. But this is corruption. This is bad here. It's really bad. It shouldn't be a crime, cover up of a crime, postponement, corruption, and then leaving it all up to a game, to a lottery. It might show that he wins, then it might be postponed. They cover it up, votes come in, but this shouldn't be happening. This here shouldn't be happening.